Welcome to class. Let's get started. We're going to start on our backs today. So come on down to your seat. Extend your legs out in front of you, nice and straight, and just gently roll back. Bring your arms at your side, palms facing down. Just let your feet flop out to the side. Take your feet hip width distance, mat width distance. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here, breathing in through your nose and sighing it out on the exhale. Do this a few more times, feeling your belly rise and fall. Maybe shift your weight around a little bit, get your wiggles out. And then we're going to inhale our knees up and towards our chest. Give yourself a little hug. Keep your knees together here. Maybe your shoulders come off the floor and your forehead makes its way towards your knees. And then let your shoulders fall back to the mat. Grab your knees and pull your knees in towards your armpits. Maybe circle your ankles a little bit, forward and back a few times. And keep pulling your knees back towards your shoulders. From here, grab the soles of your feet, happy baby pose. Maybe rock from side to side. Or you can remain with your hands pulling on your knees. And then hug your knees into your chest one more time. And then extend your legs out straight. Arms reach up overhead. Big stretch, fingertips to toes. Exhale, release, arms at your side. Inhale, arms up. Extend through the sides of your waist. Reach through your fingertips, point your toes. Exhale, hands at your side. One more time. Inhale, big stretch. And exhale, release. And now we're going to rock our way up into boat pose. You can keep your knees bent. Keep your back straight. Chest is lifted. Maybe you straighten through your legs. Hold it here. Engage your core for 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Come on down to a comfortable seated position. Spine is elongated. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Gaze out over your right shoulder here. Bring your right hand as close as you can to your seat. Straighten through your elbow and your right side. And just breathe into the twist here, holding it. And release. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist left. Shifting your gaze over your left shoulder, placing your left hand as close to your body as possible. Try to straighten through that left elbow, lengthening your spine. And release. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, roll on over to tabletop. All right, you guys, tabletop. We went shoulders over wrists, hips in line with our knees. Start off with a neutral spine, and on an inhale, lift your chest, lift your head. Exhale, spine rounds towards the ceiling. Inhale, head lifts, chest lifts. Exhale, press your spine up towards the sky. One more time. And now from tabletop, we're going to sit back on our heels. An option here would be to come up onto your toes, curl your toes under. Inhale your hands to heart center, interlace your fingers. Exhale, press your palms away from you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop your hands behind your head and then press your hands away from your body. Inhale, interlace those fingers. Exhale, press your hands away. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop your hands and then press your hands away. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, go ahead and release your toes. Maybe give your toes a little tap. And then sit back and take a child's pose, but we're going to take our knees out wide, toes together. Start to walk your hands out in front of you. And with each breath, start to sit down a little lower, closer to your heels. Maybe you relax your head, let your head hang heavy. You can bring your forehead to meet the floor. Maybe your chest meets the floor. As you continue to walk your hands out in front of you, keep reaching. And then keep sitting back on your heels. Hold it here. Maybe your chin meets the floor. And then we're going to come on up. We're going to bring our knees together. Sit back on your heels. Child's pose, this time draping your arms along your side. Again, forehead can come to the floor, or maybe you grab a block. And just let your shoulders relax. Let them melt towards your mat. One more breath here. Come on back through tabletop. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal it out here. Maybe shifting your hips from side to side. Finding some gentle movement. Warming up our bodies. Working into our shoulders. And then come on up to your toes, bend into your knees, and just walk your feet up to meet your hands. We're going to pause here in a forward fold. Feet can be about hip-width distance. You can bend your knees here to start. And let your ribs rest along your thighs. Maybe walk your hands from side to side. Swaying back and forth, shaking your head yes, shaking your head no. Maybe straightening into your legs. Then we're going to bend into our knees slightly, press your feet into the floor, and start to round up to standing, one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Come on up. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders out. And then we'll come to the top of our mat for Tadasana. We'll move through some sun salutations. So bring your toes together, heels slightly apart. Sides of the feet are going to be parallel to the sides of your mat. Legs are nice and straight and strong. Hip points are lifted. Shoulders draw back. Arms at your side, palms facing in. Crown of the head reaching towards the sky. On an inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, followed by your left, top of a push-up, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or maybe a cobra to start. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to hold down dog for 5 breaths. So take a look at your hands. You want your fingertips to be spread wide. Hands should be about shoulder width distance. Same with your feet. Your feet should be about hip width distance. Press your hands forward into the floor. Lift your hips. And then press your heels down towards your mat. They may not meet your mat, that's fine, but feel that sensation of pressing your heels down. Engage your thighs. Hold it here. And 5, step your right foot forward, followed by your left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms come up overhead, and exhale, hands at your side. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, plant your hand, left foot steps back, followed by right, top of a push-up and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Try to find the stillness in this pose. Shift your gaze towards your navel. Draw your belly in. And your shoulder blades are going to draw up your back. Forearms stay lifted. Arms are straight, legs are straight. How's your breath? And 5, inhale, left foot steps up, followed by right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands at your side. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step or maybe hop back, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just focus on your breath now. Breathing in through your nose, out through your nose for about a count of 4. 3. 4. And 5. Go ahead and hop it up on an inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms come up overhead. And exhale, hands at your side. Okay, bring your toes together, your ankles together, your knees together. We're going to bend into our knees and sit nice and low for Utkatasana. So keep your chest lifted as you start to bend into your knees. Feel your hip points. Keep them lifted. Sit down as low as you can. Keep your chest lifted. And then on an inhale, reach your arms up. Maybe your palms touch here. Gaze at your thumbs, holding it here, sitting nice and low, strong legs. And go ahead and release that. Forward fold, straighten into your legs. Step back with your left foot. Big step back, runner's lunge. Stay up on your fingertips, finding length in your spine, the top of your head's reaching forward, staying up on the ball of your back foot, your left thigh is engaged. Hold it here. Keep breathing. Plant your hand, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, runner's lunge, big step forward. Again, staying up on your fingertips and the ball of your back foot. That right leg is firm, straight and long, pressing your heel back. Top of the head reaching forward, lengthening through your spine. And step that left foot back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, come on up, warrior A. Spin the back foot flat, Gaze at your thumb, shoulders relax away from your ears, left hip points drawing forward, right hip points pulling back. Pressing down through the outer edge of that back foot, deep bend in your right knee. Hold it here. And 1, open it up, warrior B. Opening our chest to the side of our mat, extend your fingertips out to the front and back. Gaze out over your right fingertips. Keep breathing. And inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down, take it through Vinyasa. And now we're going to step our left foot up. Warrior A. Arms reach up, palms touch, gaze at your thumbs. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Pulling that right hip forward, left hip pulls back, keeping that deep bend in that front knee. And then pressing down through that knife blade edge of that back foot. Hold your belly in for 1 more breath. And 5, open it up, warrior B. Our chest is opening up to the side of our mat. Fingertips reaching forward and back. Upper body is directly in line with your hips, so if you start to lean forward, just rock your body back slightly. Keep squeezing through your legs, relax your shoulders. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, take it through Vinyasa. All right, inhale, your right leg lifts. Swing it through. Come on up, warrior B. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. You can bring your right elbow to your right knee, or maybe your hand can meet the floor. Bicep is by your ear. Gently tuck your chin and then shift your gaze towards your thumb. Inhale, come on up, straighten through that front leg, reverse triangle pose. And now we're going to pivot to the back of our mat. You might need to adjust your stance just slightly, make it a little shorter for pyramid pose. We want our heels in line, or maybe scoot your left foot just slightly over to the left, creating a nice strong base. Back foot is turned in about 45 degrees. Pull your left hip back, right hip draws forward. Lengthen through your spine, and on an exhale, we're going to shift our weight forward, hinging at our hips. Keep your chin gently tucked. Top of the head reaching forward. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you walk your hands out in front of you. Crown of the head starting to make its way towards the ground. Maybe you walk your hands behind you. Forehead or nose can come to your shin or your knee, but just keep finding that length in your spine and pulling that left hip back. For 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands out in front of you. Take a little bend into that left knee and then pop your back foot up. We're going to move to standing splits. So keep your right hip down. If it starts to open up, bring it down so that it's parallel to the floor. Maybe you start to dive down, chest comes towards your shins, crown of the head reaching towards the floor. Keep that back leg straight and lifted. Standing leg is strong. Hold it here. and release. Go ahead and pedal it out here. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, hands at your side. All right, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps back, come on up, warrior B. Shifting your gaze over your left fingertips. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle pose. Again, left elbow can come onto your left knee, or maybe you plant your left hand on the floor. Either way works. And then we want our bicep by our ear. Shift your gaze towards your thumb as you gently tuck your chin. Squeeze your belly in, focus on your breathing. Pressing down to the outer edge of that right foot. And come on up, straighten through that front leg, reverse triangle. And now we're going to pivot around to the front of our mat. Again, you might have to shorten your stance just a little bit. Align your heels. Maybe scoot your right foot to the side just a bit. Want a nice strong base. And again, back foot's at about a 45-degree angle. And now we're going to pull our right hip back. Left hip pulls forward. Finding some length in your spine. Taking a big inhale here. And then on an exhale, we're going to forward fold over our right leg, hinging at our hips. Top of the head reaching forward. So keep your chin gently tucked. And then maybe from here, you start to lower your hands to the floor. Walk your hands out in front of you. Or maybe you walk them behind your right foot. Top of the head now reaching towards the floor. And continue to drive that right hip back. Forehead or nose is making its way to your shin or your knee. Legs are nice and straight and strong, holding it here for 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the front of your mat, slight bend in that right leg as we bump that left leg up, standing splits. Again, if your left hip starts to open up, go ahead and drop that left hip down parallel to the floor. Standing leg is straight and strong. Keep that left thigh engaged. Maybe your chest lowers down, crown of the head reaching towards the floor, diving it down, holding it here. And release. Pedal it out. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms up overhead, and exhale, hands at your side. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump back. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the floor and then come on down to your forearms. We're setting up for dolphin pose. Fingertips spread wide, palms are pressing firmly into the floor. Elbows are directly under your shoulders, and then start to lift your hips. Keep lifting out of your shoulders, start to walk your toes up just a little bit. Maybe lift a leg. Maybe opposite leg lifts, hold it. Release it down. Holding dolphin for 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, take a child's pose. Your choice. Knees together, arms at your side, letting your shoulders relax and melt towards the floor. Or maybe you take your knees out wide and walk your hands out in front of you. Take a moment here and catch your breath. Maybe take a few big, deep inhales in through your nose and then sigh it out on the exhale, out your mouth. All right, start to walk your hands back. Come on through tabletop. Curl those toes under and then lift those hips, downward facing dog. All right, lift your right leg. Take a big step through Anjaneyasana. Back knee to the floor, arms reach up. Reaching out of the side of your body. Relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. Legs are strong. And you're working into that hip. So now we're going to back out just a little bit and squeeze your thighs. Feel like your right heel's pulling back, left knee's pulling forward. Hold it here, squeezing. Exhale, relax down. Plant the left hand, take it to a little twist. Plant your right hand, step it back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, send it through Anjaneyasana. Back knee to the floor, arms reach up, reaching out of your sides, but relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. Shifting your gaze skyward. Really sinking into that left hip. And now we're going to come out just a bit, and we're going to squeeze our legs and feel like that left foot is pulling back, right knee's pulling forward. Thighs are squeezing. Hold it here. And exhale, lower back down. Right hand plants for a twist, just for one breath. Exhale, plant your hand, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. And let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, right foot comes up. Step it through, Anjaneyasana. Arms reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, down dog. Left side. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plant, downward facing dog. Last one. Right leg lift, send it through. Arms reach up. Take that twist. Plant your hands, send it back, down dog. Last one, left leg. Step it through Anjaneyasana. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Plant that hand, step it back, downward facing dog. All right, walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, rise up nice and slow. Arms can reach up overhead. And exhale, hands at your side. All right, we're going to ground down through our left leg. So that left standing leg is straight and strong. You're really pressing into the floor with that left foot. And your right knee is going to bend. Keep your chest lifted. And maybe you pause here, just working on your balance. If you want to, you can interlace your hands around your knees. Again, chest stays lifted. Hold it here. If you want to move a little further, you can always reach for your big toe and extend your foot out in front of you, pressing your heel away from you, driving your right hip back and your right shoulder back. Keep breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower down, shake it out. All right, opposite side. Right leg is your standing leg, nice and strong, pressing your foot firmly into the floor. And we're just going to start by bending our knee. Focus on lifting your chest, lengthening your spine. If this feels good, maybe you can interlace your fingers around your knee, shoulders draw back, keep that chest lifted. Stay here. Or if you want to move on from here, grab onto your big toe. Press your heel away from you while you're drawing your left shoulder back and your left hip draws back. Holding it nice and still and steady for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower down, shake it out. Go ahead and forward fold and just walk your hands back out. Top of a push-up. And we want our shoulders over our wrists. Belly is engaged, thighs are engaged. Pressing our palms into the floor. You're going to feel the center part of your back right between your shoulder blades as if that's pressing up towards the ceiling. So imagine I'm there pressing down and you're pressing my hand up away towards the ceiling. Hold it here. Shoulder blades are spread. Arms are straight, legs are straight, core is engaged. Top of the head reaching forward. Holding it here, hang in there for 3, 2, and 1. Come on down to your knees, take a child's pose. Just for a breath. All right, come on up through tabletop. Make your way into a seated position. Bend into your right knee. We're just going to take a couple of gentle twists here. So bend into your right knee, sole of your right foot on the floor. Sit up nice and tall, and just twist to the right, keeping your spine nice and long, pressing your right fingertips into the floor, helping to elongate your spine. Left toes can curl back towards your body. Shift your gaze over your right shoulder. Squeeze your belly in. And release. Switch sides. Bend into the left knee, sole of the left foot on the floor. Flex those right toes back towards you and just take a gentle twist to the left. Fingertips on the floor, trying to straighten through your arm, but really find length in your spine as you start to twist. Hold your belly in. Gaze over your left shoulder. And release. All right, sole of the right foot in your left inner thigh, Janu Shirshasana. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Outer right knee is pulling down towards the floor. Left toes are curled back. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, move a little deeper into the fold. Inhale, come on up and switch sides. Sole of your left foot on your right inner thigh, pressing it in nice and firm. Outer left knee is pulling down. Curl those toes back, arms reach up, exhale, fold. Again, lengthen through your spine on the inhales. Exhales, move you a little deeper into the fold. Crown of your head is reaching forward. Pressing your right leg firmly into the floor. Hold it here. And release. All right, give your legs a little shake. Go ahead and lie on your back as we prepare for bridge pose. So bend your knees, place the soles of your feet on the floor as close as you can to your seat. Press your shoulders into the floor. And on an inhale, we're going to lift our hips. Make sure that your feet are about hip width distance and lift those hips towards the sky. Chest is lifting, shoulders are pressing down, top of the head's pressing into the floor, and even pressure in your feet pressing into the floor as well. Try to squeeze your knees together. Squeeze your thighs. See if you can relax your glute muscles. And lower down. Go ahead and reset if you need to. One more time. Inhale, hips lift. Chest lifts, back of the head pressing into the floor, using your arms to press your elbows down while you lift your hips. Squeeze your thighs. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. All right, last one. Plant those feet. Press your elbows into the floor as you lift your hips on that inhale, holding it here, squeezing your legs together. Keep driving those hips up, pressing your skull into the floor. Chest is lifted. Shoulders are pressing down, holding it here. On an inhale, lift your hips a little higher. And exhale, lower down. Ah, nice. Hug your knees into your chest for just a moment. Extend your legs out in front of you. Nice big stretch. Arms reach up. Fingertips to toes. Big stretch. Lengthening through your sides. Bend into your knees and then drop your knees over to the right. Let's take a twist. Shift your gaze over your left shoulder. Focusing on your breath, allowing it to slow just a bit. Inhale, drop your knees to the left. Shift your gaze to the right. All right, bring your knees back through center. Okay, you can stay on your back if you'd like. Take a Shavasana, take as long as you need, or if you need to, get up and go about your day. But you guys, I really appreciate you practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.